Hi, it's been a while. My name is Omar, if you don't know me. I'm 22 years old, and the last time I spoke with you was summer of 2017, I believe. A lot has changed since then, and a lot is going to continue changing. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a self-taught musician, and I don't blame you for not knowing me because this channel remains inactive a good portion of the time, and I continue to be a faceless machine just checking out music every now and then. As far as musical background goes, I came from a semi-musical family, many of which listened to music and some performed. I was exposed to a lot of video game music pretty early in my life, which has led to a vast majority of my music knowledge. I basically taught myself how to write music through studying the Spyro the Dragon OST with some help from my good friend Rashad. Since late 2016, I believe, I've been slowly producing music and just hoping that somebody will hear it. With not a whole lot of strategy to it. But I realize now that's not very fulfilling. I would like to integrate my personality and me in general more into the content that I make, especially music related content. I like to consume a lot of video essay type of content styles. I like intaking a lot of random information that really doesn't have any bearing on anything. I love to watch a lot of music video essays, and I would really like to take a crack at making that kind of content. So what better way to integrate my personality into informative music content than to do what I'm doing right now? I, over the past couple of months, have been creating a list of commentary ideas. I don't know if you can see that, but I have a lot of ideas that I would like to talk about, or at least bring to the forefront of people's minds. Many of these things being things that I am curious about, things that I find interesting, or things that I wish more people would just talk about, period. I don't really want to be this just kind of faceless machine that just pumps out music every now and again. I realize that I can form a much more valuable connection with you if I just speak to you directly and you can kind of build an image of me. I realize a great many of these things are probably going to stay around the video game music kind of world. I'm sure every now and again other music will come into play. Truthfully, if I could just be candid here, I haven't done this in a really long time. I can't even begin to describe to you just how many takes this has taken for me to just talk on camera like I used to. If you remember me from my gaming channel, I used to do this all the time and I got pretty comfortable with it, but I'm very out of practice. And I'm very nervous actually because it's not an easy thing to do, and it was a skill that I kind of honed that I kind of let slip by the wayside just because I don't really do it very much anymore. My entire kind of internet footprint has largely diminished in the past couple of years when I just stopped making content on my other channel, and I kind of just gave up being a creator. But I don't really want to do that. It's very unfulfilling. I need to make things to stay happy, especially when now, of all times, I need it the most, I would say. Even though, due to a myriad of reasons, it may be more difficult than ever, but I still at least want to try. A lot of my friends will know that I've been struggling with my own mental health. I've been dealing with a lot of really pressing, difficult issues in my life lately, and it affects my mood and it affects my ability to do this. But I don't want to sit here and just let my passions fall by the wayside. I am too invested in these things and I'm too passionate about these things to let them go and to rot away. And it just isn't fulfilling anymore to sit here and just make a video where I put a lot of effort into the music I'm making, but it just goes up without any interaction, any meaningful interaction at least, with you. So I'm gonna try and rectify that. I don't know really the frequency of how often these videos are gonna come out. They're probably gonna take some researching and some time, and between the other things that I have to do, like work and other stuff, the time it takes me to make the music, period, it'll probably still be decently sporadic, but you're gonna see a lot more of me in my face. I have some fun challenges in mind, like writing music in an hour, or trying to write a song for every mode of the major scale, which I'm very scared of doing. I wanted to do it for a minute, but this is going to be a real interesting test to see if I'm really digesting all of the music theory that I've been studying as of the past couple of years. So please bear with me. I really do appreciate your patience. Somehow we managed to hit 500 subscribers. Not that that's really any metric of anything, especially in my history of being on this frickin' platform. Like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm never going to sit here and say that I'm not grateful for being shouted out, but it certainly complicated things quite a bit. And for both of my channels, I'm really never aware really of people's opinions and people's standing on my content, especially because the large majority of anybody's viewers are always going to be quiet. It will always be in the minority of people actually communicating with a person, especially if their channel is on the smaller side. So I never know if the number is accurate or if I'm really ever doing something and seeing a positive response, and I never know whether I should keep doing it or not. But I like to imagine that the number is genuine. If you are one of the 500 people that are here, I'm very appreciative of you, and I'm glad that you have found a home in this channel. I wish you could see just how disjointed this video actually sounds in real life without any editing. I'm so nervous. Somehow, I used to do this all the time, but I have to rebuild this skill back, and I'm hopefully going to build the skill back by doing this again. Please be patient with me, and if you have stuck with me for this long, I'm really happy that you've placed your belief in me. Here's to new, bigger, and better things, and here's to less awkwardness and some good times ahead. So, thank you so much for cooperating and being here for me, and hopefully I will see you soon. Also, I'm sorry that Flight of the Dreadnought still isn't done. I'm working on it really hard. 2 more songs to go. I'm really sorry. Here's a quick taste.